Before we begin, please be advised that viewer discretion is strongly recommended. None of the content presented here has been exaggerated or taken out of context. These are the exact statements made by the prosecution team, defense team, and Mia on June 2nd, 2025. Some words have been censored to comply with YouTube's guidelines. What you're about to hear is a voiced-over reading of Mia's testimony in the Sean Diddy Combs trial. Source: Courtroom reporter at InnerCityPress on X.com. All parties are presumed innocent until proven guilty. Listen at your own discretion. Show DX1750. Did you work as an assistant to someone?
Maybe 2008 or 2007. I'm not sure.
You had a resume saying you had the ability to multitask and had thick skin.
I'm not sure I wrote that.
That you were able to deal with uncomfortable situations 24/7. At this moment, the prosecution objected, but was overruled. Did you use this as your CV?
Looks like it.
1753-R for admission. You went to James Madison University. It's a well-known institution.
Sure.
Then you were a design assistant.
Yes.
In 2008 to 9, you say you provided round-the-clock support, all personal and professional needs, keeping passports. They were all collected.
I don't exactly remember. I didn't travel.
But you traveled with Mr. Combs's companies?
Oh, yes.
So when you said they had your passport, they had everyone's passport. True?
Yes.
You are a strong person?
I'm good at teaching people, not necessarily at enforcing things.
You're a leader?
I don't know about that.
You speak up for yourself?
No.
But you empower other people. True?
Yes.
Let's look at your text messages in 1730 at CQ.
I sound like me.
Show the jury 1733. You left Mr. Combs's employ by March 2017.
Yes.
What did you write to Mr. Combs for Christmas 2018? Please read it.
Merry Christmas, I love you, and the New Year's. I had just seen him at Kim's funeral.
You reached out to him.
Absolutely.
This 2019 message.
I wrote, I had a nightmare I was being chased by R. Kelly, and you saved me.
The person you say you saved you? At this moment, the prosecution objected, and the judge said to rephrase. Here, what did you write?
Sending you all the love in the world.
You were not in his grip anymore.
It's psychological.
Why do you keep referring to psychology? Why did you do this? Kim Porter's tragic death was 5 months before. Why were you reaching out to Mr. Combs?
5 months is not a lot.
What didn't you understand that Mr. Combs was brutal to you? How did you write this? At this moment, the prosecution objected on the grounds of argumentative, and then they had a sidebar, then continued. Now May 14th, 2020, and you texted to Mr. Combs. What?
My heart is broken about Dre. In my spirituality, I know that when people are done with the physical world, it's that they have completed their mission. I love you.
What's this about?
He auditioned for the James Brown part that Chad Boseman got. I told Puff I'd email him videos of his audition.
You carried about a video camera.
He required me to do it. Pre-iPhone, I was required.
Do you have any footage of Mr. Combs berating you? At this moment, the prosecution objected, but was overruled.
I would not have been allowed to record that.
Do you have anything about Mr. Combs berating you?
It would have violated confidentiality.
You have no text messages.
They showed me one on direct.
Showing what?
Puff saying, "F it, let's go to war."
Nothing else?
Only reaching out to other people in the office, things others had seen.
What did you write here?
I wrote, we had so many funny memories. OMG.
Anything in your phone about being brutalized by Mr. Combs?
I don't think so.
How would we find out? At this moment, the prosecution objected, and it was sustained. Mia, didn't you have time away from Mr. Combs to write? Today he sexually assaulted me?
I did not have time and would not have written that.
August 29th, 2020, he wrote to you. Glad you're well, love. Please send me the footage. For the doc. Mr. Combs let you go from your employment?
I don't know why. It was confusing. I was called back.
Here he says, he'll only remember the good times.
Yes.
It's 2020. The Me Too movement is strong for 2 years. You could say, I remember the bad times, right?
I would never have said that.
Because it's not true. At this moment, the prosecution objected, and it was overruled. You wrote what?
Love you too. I wrote so many crazy things. Like Mick Jagger trying to take me home, and that Baccarat game, my pink bedazzled iPhone. There were trillions of stories. Of course I'll send to you. I was bamboozled by Heather. Remember the scrapbook I made you. I've got you.
Why didn't you write, you bamboozled me?
Because I was brainwashed.
By whom?
Puff.
How did he bamboozle you with a part of his body in you without your consent? At this moment, the prosecution objected, and it was sustained. What does brainwashing mean?
The highs were really high and the lows were really low. I was punished whenever Puff was violent, making me believe I had done something wrong. He was praised by the public.
You were aware of the Me Too movement. No outcry out of you. Why?
He said he was going to tell Cassie what happened. I internalized blame and shame.
Who threatened to tell Ms. Ventura about Mr. Combs supposedly assaulting you?
Puff.
Why didn't you respond? Great. Let's tell everyone what you did to me. At this moment, the prosecution objected, and it was sustained. You said you have a moral obligation to speak up?
Now I do.
Why not in 2017?
I was brainwashed.
When did you first say, me too?
When I first saw him being held responsible. Now I have therapy.
Mr. Combs wrote, I gotta find that. You got a copy. What does it refer to?
I think he means the James Brown video.
Scrapbook.
I wrote, I think I have PDFs. I think I gave it to you for a B-day in your house on Mapleton. I customized that purple leather suit so you could walk not giving an F. If y'all can't find it, I will. But I didn't.
You had a PDF?
I thought so.
What did you write here?
My grandmom went into hospice, so I have to fly out. I have to miss your event here in my hometown. C'est la vie. Crush it and make history. Heart emoji.
Deepest sympathy for your grandmother.
Thanks.
What was this about?
There had been some terrible event with the police. Farrell organized an event to change the narrative of Beach Week, which I think is a college thing.
You wanted to see Mr. Combs.
I did not. I only said so. My hometown of Virginia Beach doesn't usually get this type of attention.
You're telling the jury you were scared of Mr. Combs, true?
True. I was scared of him when he was scary.
Listen to 1750. Tell me if you recognize it. Move to admit 1750 and 1750R. You and Ms. Ventura were best friends. Fair? At this moment, the prosecution objected, and they had a sidebar. One of the videos that was admitted was this video, which we will play for you now.
Shameless plug. Gotta put my lip gloss on. Poppin'! Puff Daddy, the living legend himself. You have not only revolutionized the game, but the entire world. I'm so blessed to call you my friend. Thank you for truly being one of the biggest inspirations in my life. To another 44 years of brilliance, let's cheat up. I love you. Happy birthday. Revolt.
And they had a whole argument about evidence, but then continued. You and Ms. Ventura were best friends. Fair?
Yes.
You said she was your sister?
Yes.
You loved her?
Absolutely.
And you feel the same way today?
Yes.
You would never lie to her?
Puff didn't allow me to tell her things, like where he was, anything he said.
Was Ms. Ventura in love with Mr. Combs?
I thought so.
Did you ever tell her the person she loved raped you?
No.
Do you remember telling her Mr. Combs's brain need to be rewired? At this moment, the prosecution asked for a sidebar, then continued. Why would you cover up for Mr. Combs to Ms. Ventura? Why writing that Mr. Combs is just misunderstood? At this moment, the prosecution objected, and the judge said to rephrase. Did you tell Ms. Ventura she needs to stay with Mr. Combs?
I don't remember that. He could find out what I was telling her.
How?
He had stolen my phone and Cassie's phone many times. He's put tracking devices on her car.
But you were alone with Ms. Ventura.
Yes.
You sued Mr. Combs for $10 million?
It was a mediation. My lawyers ended up getting $200,000.
You got $200,000?
Yes.
Please look at the screen. Is that your social media account?
Looks like a text message. Sounds like me.
Your text to Mr. Combs?
I don't remember sending this.
You are in a tutu and Mr. Combs appears to be holding his private parts. In Ms. Ventura's lawsuit, she alleged sexual abuse.
Yes.
Why did you still communicate with Mr. Combs? At this moment, the prosecution objected, and it was sustained. Did you meet these prosecutors in January 2024?
I may have. I don't remember the timing.
Did you tell them Mr. Combs sexually assaulted you?
I don't remember when I told them.
Did you get a lawyer?
Yes.
The lawyer, who had 45 days earlier, obtained an enormous judgment. At this moment, the prosecution objected, and it was sustained. Why did you hire her? At this moment, the prosecution objected, and it was sustained. You only first alleged assault in June 2024.
I don't remember the timing of things. The rest I can't go into. I understand it's privileged.
At this moment, the prosecution objected, and it was sustained. Then the judge asked for a sidebar. Let's talk about Prince's party. You said you had no permission to go there, but you knew many people who knew Mr. Combs would be there. At this moment, the judge asked the defense to rephrase. Did you wear a disguise?
No.
Any photo of a chase?
No.
You say you and Ms. Ventura got on a paddleboard into a storm.
Yes.
Any recording of that?
No.
Any note or text message to prove it happened?
I don't think so. We were on a paddleboard.
Did you make it up?
No.
You said you had no time with family. Did you ever go to events with your family and friends?
Sporadically, over 8 years, but few and far between.
Weddings?
Sister and best friends, I believe.
Halloween?
I don't remember.
You had times with others, right?
I had to be in communication 24/7. I was never outside his grip.
Outside of the work environment, why couldn't you explain the abuse you say you were experiencing?
It's more complicated than that.
Isn't it true that other than the few times Mr. Combs was with Ms. Ventura, which is never okay, you were comfortable with Mr. Combs? At this moment, the judge asked the defense to rephrase. You never advised Ms. Ventura to leave him.
No.
Until 2024, you never told anyone you were sexually abused.
Unless it was to my privileged therapist, that's true.
Could you waive that privilege? At this moment, the prosecution objected, and it was sustained. You joined the Me Too money grab against Mr. Combs. At this moment, the prosecution objected. You knew Ms. Ventura received money from her lawsuit against Mr. Combs.
It was public.
But you speak with Ms. Ventura?
Never about anything I discussed with the government.
How would we know that? At this moment, the prosecution objected, and it was sustained. Let me show you documents. Read it to yourself. And Your Honor, could we have a sidebar? They had a sidebar, then continued. Mia, were you able to review over the bread some of your interviews with prosecutors?
Yes.
And you didn't mention abuse until June 2024.
I don't remember the dates.
Did you give all your materials to the government?
I gave them to my lawyer. They gave them to the government.
Look at this one. In these notes, did you raise sexual abuse to the prosecutors? At this moment, the prosecution objected, but was overruled. Did you raise it in January 2024?
Definitely not in the first meeting. I don't remember each specific meeting, but I definitely didn't raise it in the first meeting.
And in this next document that you just reviewed?
No, not to the specifics.
You never mentioned sexual abuse until you hired lawyer Sean Crowley.
I have no idea when I first mentioned it, except that it was after I had representation.
You intend to sue Mr. Combs for compensation. You want money.
No.
Who have you worked for since?
Madonna.
For how long?
8 months, from April 2019.
When you did that, did Mr. Combs assist you in getting that job?
Absolutely not.
So you were not blacklisted?
No.
No retribution?
He took away the TV show, the credit I was promised.
You told the jury you were surprised you were let go, right?
I did.
You were let go for drinking.
No.
You remember Ms. Ventura's video called Official Girl?
Yes.
And King of Hearts, and her song with Nicki Minaj, The Boys.
Yes.
And Nicki Minaj is well known.
Yes.
And Ms. Ventura did the song Numb with Rick Ross.
She did.
And I Love It with Fabulous.
Yes.
And do you remember Ms. Ventura being in Studio Kid Cutie?
I don't remember the specifics.
And Mr. Combs himself?
Yes.
The TV show you mentioned, what was it to be about?
My experience.
How a person from a small town dealt with a person such as Mr. Combs.
A comedic version.
What other films do you work on?
Dope, Lawless, Undefeated.
You enjoyed the projects.
Yes.
And you called the people a second family.
We all called it that.
You thought Mr. Combs was a genius.
At the time.
You wanted to continue to work with Mr. Combs, right?
I wanted to continue following my dream.
Do you, if Mr. Combs' company put more money into promoting Ms. Ventura than any other of its artists?
I didn't absorb everything.
Who is Jason Wiley?
He worked for the record label.
In budgeting, right? Do you recall being given the opportunity to have your therapist notes be seen by the parties? At this moment, the prosecution objected, and there was a sidebar. Then they continued. You never called law enforcement, right?
I did not.
You said when you were stopped while speeding in L.A., Mr. Combs got you out of it. You remember?
I do.
Did you ever think of calling anonymously?
No.
When you say Mr. Combs hurt your arm, did you seek medical help?
No, I would not have been allowed.
Did you take photos?
No.
Did you scream?
No, I was in shock.
Before the 5 days you say you were awake, did you ever stay awake that long?
Absolutely not.
You testified you would give up all of the money if there had not been sexual abuse. Any discussion that you will make money by testifying?
No, that's not even a thing.
Your Honor, can I set up those other matters? At this moment, the judge said yes and then said, "We'll reconvene." Then they continued. Nothing further?
Mia, was posting to social media part of your job?
Yes.
As part of that, did you post on your personal Instagram account?
Yes.
What did Mr. Combs do if he thought you were not doing your job?
I'd be yelled at and humiliated.
Did other employees also post for Mr. Combs' birthday?
Yes.
The birthday video, was it for Club Diddy?
Yes.
Did Mr. Combs co-own the water you were drinking? And did you say Revolt, the project you worked on, at the end?
Yes.
You posted about the good not bad times?
Yes.
Why did you want to make the person who abused you happy?
When he was happy, I was safe.
Were you worried about your physical safety?
Yes. I'd been abused by Puff before. I knew his wrath.
Did you engage a pro bono lawyer?
Yes.
Why did you meet with the government so much?
So my story could be understood.
Why were you terrified?
Of Puff and the repercussions.
Did the government tell you what to say?
No, only to tell the truth.
How do you feel about public speaking?
Terrified.
Can you explain that, given that you've been in comedy?
I had Puff's permission for that.
Any comparison to testifying about Mr. Combs assaulting you here?
None.
Why are you here today?
If not, I couldn't look my goddaughters in the eye and ever advise them what to do in this situation.
At this moment, the judge asked if there was a recross examination, and the defense said no. So that was the end of Mia's testimony, which in that video we showed you is who she was, known as Sarah, we believe.
The government calls Sylvia Oken. Where do you work?
The Beverly Hills Hotel for 17 years. I'm the director of sales and marketing.
How do reservations work?
A system called Opera.
Does Opera link a customer's alias to their real name?
Yes.
And this one, who is it, really?
Sean Combs.
Can a guest change his or her alias?
Yes.
How is this paid for?
It's to Tia Fletcher at Bad Boy, paid by Amex of Sean Combs.
What's this?
The folio or bill for room 259.
What's his?
A $500 charge for oil damage.
No further questions.
The accompanying guest was Cassie Ventura.
Yes.
Nothing more. And that was it for the day in the Diddy trial. What did you think about the finale of Mia's testimony? Who do you think did better, the prosecution or defense? Let us know in the comments down below, and I'll see you tomorrow.